All right, how you doing today? Today we're going to be taking a look at monthly.com BLANKS review of music production songwriting. Just to give you a little quick, I took the Ryan Tedder class. I have a full review of that one up as my YouTube channel as well. I'm taking this class as I go right now too. As I do this class, I'm doing both at the same time here. The Kygo class, so there'll be a review for that as well up by the time you're watching this video, so check those ones out as well. And let's go down to talk about what we're talking about today, which is this one here, BLANKS. And let's check him out. So this is write and produce a pop song or pop songs, a 30-day challenge if you want, or if you will. 3 polished songs, level up your creativity, 3 polished pop songs by the end of the class. Beginners or advanced, this class level will level you up. Let's check it out. Here's more details. I'm not gonna go into all these details, but I'm gonna be doing this review, making this review as I take the class. In fact, I haven't even enrolled yet, but I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'm gonna do this review, so obviously you'll be watching it all in one time, but I'm gonna be doing it over a period of 30 days, if you will. So the first song here, you do a full cover song, then you do original song, and then you do advanced original song. And we'll get into more of the finer details here. He uses Logic Pro, but I believe you could use any software. I took the Ryan Tedder class, and I'm taking the other one too. Ryan uses Pro Tools, I use Logic Pro myself. So if you use Logic Pro, I guess it's an advantage, but you can use any DAW. So let me enroll, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. Welcome to the class. They give you an intro video. And by the way, there is a discount code and a link in the video description below. If you want to sign up, you get the time of making this video is a $20 off. And if you do refer people, I get $20 credits towards my next class. And the one class I took, I got like $80 off for referring people, so it was pretty nice. And yeah, so that's pretty cool too. So check that out. There's a discount code, not a code, a link in the video description below as well for any of these classes on the site if you want to take it. So anyways, let me check out this stuff and I'll be right back again. All right, so here we are inside here. Finish your class profile. That's something, I have this stuff already up here from previous classes. So you could write a short bio, which I have to write a new one here. Set intentions for the class, all your social link profiles and stuff like that. I'll get to that later. And then again, you can sign up friends, get a $20 credit, and all that good stuff. And by the way, with this $20 credit, people have to be, I think in the class like 10 days after the 10-day class starts, because there's a money back refund if people cancel within the first 10 days. Don't quote me on the 10 days. It might not be 10 days. I forget exactly what it is. And you don't get that $20 credit until they commit to it and they don't bail out or whatever. So like I said, I got $80 credit for my last course, which is really cool. And by the time I'm done with all these courses, hopefully I'll have enough to take the other music production class in here. And by the way, these only run certain times a year, which is you kind of, if it's not available right now at this time, just sign up for, you go to the website, and you could get an email reminder of when the next enrollment is. So there's that too. So right now I'm just gonna mark that as complete. And then the tools and equipment you need. This is similar to Ryan's class and similar to the other classes as well. Logic Pro, that's his top choice. That's what I have. And by the way, if you could get a 90-day free trial of Logic Pro X if you have a Apple computer. GarageBand works as well. GarageBand comes with your Mac, as you probably know if you have a Mac. Ableton Live, you get a 30-day trial of that as well if you don't have Ableton, and then there's a free software option down here. So there's all that good stuff too. Nice to have. It's good to have a mini keyboard, although it's not necessary, but it's a nice addition. Easier, for whatever. If you're into this stuff, you probably already have this gear. I have a full-size mini keyboard here. Some headphones, options, And then there's Splice subscription. This is a sample library thing. Some analog, or not analog, but some digital synths here, plugins. I don't have any of this stuff. I have some complete stuff. I have a good older version of complete. And some instruments. So he has acoustic guitar. He says they're not necessary for the class, but they make music expression easier and fun. And so, you know, if you don't play guitar, don't worry about it, bass. And then microphones and stuff. My personal favorite's this one here. I have this one. I have the Focusrite thing here. Just basically an audio interface and all that good stuff. And some studio speaker monitors and some, they have room treatment here too, but you know, whatever. So you can I can mark that as complete. Go to the next step here. Fundamentals of music software. There's like a video here. It's like 13 minutes. You can watch that. How to get the most out of your peer group. You do have a peer group here. In the Ryan class, there was a class of 20 people. Yeah, 20 other students from around the world, and which is pretty cool because then you give feedback and stuff. It says blanks may pop into the peer group as well. This is pretty much the same as the other classes as well. Although in the Ryan class I took, he never popped into my peer group, or I never saw him. But I can't talk about blanks and the other guy yet because I haven't done all that stuff. And then you have tasks. You submit your projects on time. Be active in the peer group. You know, give feedback on other people's stuff. Ask for specific feedback. There's probably some. Let's see here. On day 1 of the class, you'll be able to access your peer group on the sidebar. See it right here. Peer group. Blah blah blah. Meet your peer group. Whatever. And then finish this part. So I guess there's nothing real. There's no real homework assignment or whatever to do for this one to get started, except for watching fundamentals of music software, tools you might need, these videos here. That seems to be it for this one. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit then. All right, so in song 1, part 1 of the class, Blanks here recreates a cover song from scratch. He walks through this entire process of what he does. It's a pretty cool thing. It is a cover song. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but he does Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. And there's an intro to class. He selects how to select the sound and the vibes, playing the chords with the music, so on and so forth. And then you have a project here you do yourself. You lay down, you pick a cover song, you lay down your vibe and upload your demo to the peer group, and you get some feedback and stuff like that. Then he talks about recording drums, how to write, record, process, and mix drums. And then he goes through bass. He does MIDI bass, and he also records bass in this part of the process. He records guitar in the next part here. And then he does synths, how to write, record, and process, and mix synths. And then you get into the creating the thickest part of the song, like the heaviest, typically the chorus. In this case, it is the chorus. And then I haven't actually uploaded mine yet. And then you get you give some peer feedback as well to the peer group, and I'll show you some of that in a second. And then he goes through the arrangement of the song, contrast and structure and stuff like that, transitions between sections, which is really cool. And then my project, I got to upload there again. And then he does vocal recording. He does a lot of vocal recording, like lead vocal, background vocals, harmony vocals, so on and so forth, doubles, harmonies, and background vocals here right there. And then he goes through mixing and mastering and finalizing the song. And that's where I'm basically at on lesson song 1, or whatever you want to call it. And then part 2 we'll get into in a bit. But so yeah, it's a lot of learning, a lot of watching. I was never familiar with him before taking this class. I know he's like 2 million followers on YouTube, and I guess he does this quite frequently, so you might be familiar with him as well. But so really a lot of in-depth stuff here. And then the peer group, there's probably some good songs in here. People doing their It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Again, I'm not going to play the thumb because I don't want to get copyright strikes and stuff like that. And then you just kind of listen to these, you get feedback on other people's, you get to upload your own. So it's a really cool thing. And I think there's 20 people in your peer group. And so yeah, really cool so far. He does use Logic and you know, he uses stock plugins and he uses other plugins as well. But you know, the process is the same for any DAW. So if you're using Live or Reason or whatever, you know, when I took the Ryan Tatter's course, Ryan was using Pro Tools and I'm using Logic. But I know Logic pretty well, so it was very easy for me to follow along with Ryan's class, and it's even easier when you're doing on the same DAW, if you will, because you know, you can see what he's doing quicker and stuff like that. But he goes pretty in depth in the things, so we'll see what happens in the next lesson. All right, so we're on part 2 now, where we write and produce our own full original song, which I've already completed. You can check out the links in the video description. I have my songs up somewhere online, whatever. So writing in your own chord progression. He starts with a chord progression in this case. Writing and recording and producing the thickest part of the song, which is how he starts off. And then producing the main loop for the song. Then get some peer feedback on that. And then he goes into arranging and structuring the song. Writing lyrics and vocal melodies for the song. Then adding extra and weird sounds and all that good stuff. And then the mixing and mastering. So with this one, he writes pop music, obviously, so it's a very poppy song that he wrote. Pretty cool, good song here as well. So basically, you just watch him do his documentation. You basically watch him, you know, just go through the process, and you do it as you go, and you get some peer feedback and so on and so forth. So it's kind of more of the same as the cover song, except you're writing your own song this time, which is pretty cool. And then for the third class, you know, it's advanced songwriting and production. He goes over a bunch of different stuff about, you know, using different chords, different music theory and stuff like that. More interesting chord progressions. And then he does like a 3.5 hour full walkthrough of creating an original song from start to finish. Just another complete song. And he kind of goes through his process and just does everything. I still need to upload mine. But yeah, it's really cool. Really cool to watch, to get these perspectives of different artists and stuff like that. Kind of over the shoulder and just kind of going along and then getting feedback on your own songs. And you have your peer group here and you can leave feedback on their songs and stuff like that. So yeah, I gotta get in here and check this out. So anyways, I would definitely recommend these classes. The Blanks class I took. Just finished that one. I actually just finished Kygo as well. I took the Ryan Tedder course as well, completed that one. And then I'm taking these two coming up. So by the time you're watching this, I might have already finished these ones, the Charlie Puth and the Louis Bell. I'm taking those ones together. And then I'm probably gonna do the Andrew Wong or whatever his name is later this year. It's called monthly.com, but they don't have the classes available all the time. So you might have to join up on a waiting list. And yeah, I don't know why, or they don't really tell you. They just, if it's not available, if it's not starting, just go on the waiting list and they'll send you an email. Or you can check out some other classes. I noticed some of them overlap. Like when I was taking the Kygo class and the Blanks class simultaneously, these two classes just popped up out of nowhere. I was like, oh, I'll sign up for those as well. So pretty cool. And that starts, for me, that starts in like 7 days, but by the time you're watching this video, probably, who knows. But anyways, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. That is all for now, and I will talk to you soon.